It is the 582nd year of the Second Era. The drums of war are sounding. This is where our journey begins.
Okay, time to choose a character. I want a female character. Surrounded by enemies, the Bretons, Red Guards, and Orcs of the Iliac Bay have united to form the Daggerfall Covenant. They fight to protect their people and, if possible, to save all Tamriel from the dire forces that threaten. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get back to Skyrim, so I might play an orc. The Ebonheart Pact was forged in war when Eastern Tamriel was invaded by the Akaviri. The Nords of Skyrim, Dark Elves of Morrowind, and Free Argonians united to oppose them. The pact endured and confronts new perils as one. Believing only they can counter the threat to Tamriel, the Elder Races have founded the Aldmeri Dominion. High Elves, Wood Elves, and the Feline Khajiit have formed an alliance of mysticism, cunning, and ferocity. I do like Khajiit. To Khajiit or to Orc? I'm gonna Khajiit. Dragon Knight. These skillful masters at arms use ancient Kaviri martial arts tradition of battle spirit and wield fearsome magic that pounds, shatters, and physically alters the world around them. Yeah, I don't want to be a magic person, that's for sure. Nightblades are adventurers and opportunists with a gift for getting in and out of trouble, relying variously on stealth blades and speed. Nightblades thrive on conflict and misfortune, trusting to their luck and cunning to survive. That would pretty much be one of my D&D buddies' character. Chloe. Necromancer? Nah. Wardens are defenders of the green, master storytellers whose nature tales become magical reality. They wield frost spells against enemies and summon animals to aid them. Yeah, that's what I would typically play, though. These traveling knights call upon the powers of light and the burning sun to deal massive damage to their enemies while restoring health, magicka, and stamina to their allies. So that's a pretty good support character. And I do like to be a support character. But maybe I just go like full tank this time? I like her build. She doesn't need that hair though. color Khajiit will I be? Black Panther is pretty sick, though. Be a Siberian tiger or a snow leopard or cloud leopard. Yeah, I think I like the cloud leopard look. Okay, don't care about any of that. I think her face is good. I'm not a big fan of the hair or the jewelry's okay, I guess. Adornments. Yeah, I like the earrings better. Hairstyle, none? There we go. I can't see because I'm in the way. Okay. Okay, like a number 2 so far. Okay, I'll stick with that one. I want blue eye. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, I just thought of something, guys. I just thought of something even better. I know, like, how could something be even better, but I'll show you. If it's an option, I hope it's an option. Wait. Yeah. That one. That one? No. Wish I could zoom in. That one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What does square do? Randomize. We don't want that. I didn't see anything. Oh, thanks, Crazy Kitty Cat. Guess what, Crazy Kitty Cat? I'm gonna be a Crazy Kitty Cat. And, oops, there we go. I made said Crazy Kitty Cat after my Crazy Kitty Cat. So, that's gonna be Amberly Jones. You're like, Mama, get off me. It didn't occur to me, I was gonna be like a cloud leopard because I really like that style, but then I was like, wait, oh wait, this could be better. Oh yeah, sounds good. Yeah, it knows. My PlayStation knows. Hey, stop it. Right, let's get into it. That character creation was pretty quick.
You're awake. Oh, thank the stars.
Oh boy. 201 new collectibles. Eesh.
There you are, on your feet. I know magical translocation can really upset the stomach. Just take a moment and get your bearings, all right? The Isle of Balfiera, home of Clan Berini. I apologize for the cramped accommodations. We pride ourselves on courtesy, but circumstances here have taken a turn for the bizarre. I needed to make sure you weren't a danger to yourself or others.
Can you let me out?
You might not be so eager to escape once you hear what's going on. You arrive via a portal, along with a Daetric beast called Shayazel. It seized control of our golems and unleashed them on the island. If I free you, will you help me stop Shayazel?
Yes. Set me free and I'll help. It's my Amberly voice, I guess.
Wise choice. Just give me a moment. There. That should unlock the door. When you're ready, follow me. There you are. Free as a spring cricket. I hope you intend to keep your word. We'll need each other out there. Of that I'm certain. The name's Norianwe, by the way, of Clan Berini. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Where are we headed?
We're bound for a place called the Keyrights Gallery. But first, I need to know you can defend yourself. Hurtling through the Orbis and falling flat on your ear left you a bit scattered. Find a weapon, and we'll work out the cobwebs. Fair?
Sure, but I have some questions.
Of course. I can't promise total transparency, but I'll be as forthcoming as I can.
You mentioned a Keyrights Gallery. What is that place?
The Keyrights Gallery is an ancient substructure of Balfiera Island, built long before my clan arrived.
Why is it called the Keyrights Gallery?
On account of all the doors. The gallery's full of ancient gates, each with some arcane connection to places in Tamriel and beyond. Once the gates came to life, rifts opened. You fell out of one of them. The Daedra, Shayazel, emerged from another.
How did you escape?
I cast an incantation of the steed, snatched you up, and fled as fast as my feet would carry me. I heard the Daedra cursing, followed by some kind of explosion,
Hey,
but I
Nemesis!
didn't look back. I hope the gallery is still standing.
I have created a Khajiit Dragon Knight based off of my kitty cat Amberly Jones. So I have given her a slightly French, slightly Russian, slightly South African accent. What are you doing here?
Nothing irresponsible, if that's what you're asking. I'm a member of Clan Doreni's intelligence guild, the Cinderella. More scholar than spy, I assure you. I was conducting some research in the gallery, then pop! You and that monster arrived.
Why are you studying this place?
The gallery's always been a place of special interest for the guild, but we never quite cracked how it worked. Despite the dangers, this is our greatest breakthrough to date. The guild master will be ecstatic, provided we get it under control.
You said something about golems. What's going on here exactly?
Would it frustrate you to hear that I have no idea? We Doreni are cautious by nature, so the Isle of Balfiera has many defenses. Magical
Feel free
stone
to
guardians
lurk away,
protect
sir.
many of our sacred sites, but somehow this Daedra found a way to turn them against us.
Can you describe the Daedra Shayazel?
Ugh, do I have to? If I recall
thanks.
my studies correctly, I'd say it's a harvester. A huge serpentine creature that feeds on souls and magicka. If it finds a way
I love
to
how
consume
there's, like,
the energies of the gallery,
Really bad
we will
stuff
be in
happening and we're
very
just sitting here
serious
having like a
trouble.
totally chill conversation. Thought there was more questions.
choose anywhere. Of course, I can't promise total
Oh,
transparency.
I did get all the questions answered, okay. Well. Sword and shield, great axe, daggers, dagger, bow, fire staff, healing staff. I think I'm gonna go bow for now.
Larger weapons like staves and great axes will take both hands to use. You can pair smaller weapons with a shield, or another weapon of that size. The choice is yours.
Equip an offhand weapon?
No use letting that weapon rattle around in your pack.
Tutorial's good to get you where you need to be. Where Wolverine is, it seemed to me the game will get progressively harder as you advance. Yeah, definitely. That's for sure. I mean, that's how Skyrim is too. And what sucks about it, and it's the same with Skyrim, is that you can accidentally go into an area that you're like way too low level for. And you just get obliterated. But that's okay. How do I access inventory? This button? No. I'm trying to remember what it is in Skyrim. Put your dukes away, girl. Okay, switching views. I am a hoarder on this game. Unfortunately, I can't do that here. Yeah. Maybe this game? Ah. There we go. This game. This button, I mean. Your inventory houses all the equipment, supplies, consumables, quest items, and crafting materials your character has accumulated throughout their journey. Press X after selecting an item to equip or use it. Press triangle after selecting an item to view more actions that are available.
Yes, I think that one suits you. If you change your mind, feel free to take any other weapon you want. Now, let's find a spot to practice.
Well, I really want this. Yeah. Wonder how I quickly switch between. Any Elder Scrolls game I played had the house packed with supplies so much so in Skyrim the game literally wouldn't load if you... Oh, great. That's great, Nemesis. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, there she is over there.
Nothing prepares you for moments like this. I'm glad you're here with me.
I mean, I've done it in Skyrim before, and yeah, it's okay. Same with being a werewolf. I mean, it said follow her, so I followed her.
This is as good a place as any.
Okay.
Now, prepare yourself while I conjure up a dance partner. Let's begin. Quickly now, strike the construct.
R2.
Well done. Top marks. Hit. Brilliant.
Guess I'll just stand here.
Ready yourself. Block it.
L2.
Quick, strike while it's off balance. You're a natural. Protect yourself. Use your heaviest attack. Raw strength,
it's a
that.
bow. It's
Wonderful.
the same.
Keep up the defense. Give it everything you've got. Now, some foes will try to restrain you.
Okay, come at me, bro.
Quickly, break free. Prepare yourself.
Are you gonna grab me or not?
Be ready to break free. Now press your advantage with a heavy attack.
He didn't actually grab me. That was silly.
Swiftly now. Interrupt it. Interrupt now, before it strikes.
I don't know what's actually going on here.
Prepares an attack. Good. Now destroy it.
Hey, yeah.
Well done. Come speak with me for a moment.
Okay, I guess.
With moves like that, the Daedra doesn't stand a chance. Yes, I'd say we're ready to set out.
Where are we headed now?
To reach the Keyride's gallery. We have to make it out of this ruin and across a wide field full of the golems I mentioned. With any luck, we'll be able to slip past them. But I'm not all that lucky, so I'm sorry in advance.
Alright, we'll head there next. What can we expect to encounter in the gallery?
Well, it begins with a door, the first of many. The only way to access the gallery is through a mysterious gateway. Once we pass through that initial door, we'll step into a huge vault. This is the part that worries me most.
Why does it worry you?
I believe Shiazel, the Daedric creature that's causing all this mischief, may have nested itself in there. So be prepared to fight.
Will dealing with Shiazel pacify the golems?
I can't say anything with certainty, but ridding the world of an otherworldly abomination can't hurt, right? Its influence might linger for a time, but the golems should return to normal before too long. Hopefully.
Let's go. Claim level 2 rewards now. I have so much stuff that's in here. Every 24 hours when you log into Elder Scrolls Online, you can claim a free daily reward to help you on your adventure. The reward calendar depicted on the screen shows you every reward you are eligible for in a given month. Rewards refresh every month, so make sure you log in every day to claim your rewards. I missed the first 5 days. Technically, I have this on my computer, but yeah. Inventory? Oh. Chapters? Choose your edition? Oh, I don't know. Crown crates, not clown crates.
That a crate could contain. In the gem store, you can see this magnificent selection and even buy rewards with the gems you collect. Most crates contain 4 rewards, but sometimes you will get a special 5th reward. May luck follow you.
Okay, collections. This is what I was looking for. A deadly secret. Talk to Captain Ryan Lior. Greymore, elsewhere, Somerset, and Morrowind. Okay, well, we will get to those as we go. Deadlands Gladiator, Divine Persecution, Dragonbone outfit style. Oh. Don't know what any of these things mean, you guys. Sinchrat, humongous, largest of the Urstox, or breed of Khajiit. The Sinchrahat is fully intelligent and in combat often serves simultaneously as a warrior mount. Sure, why not? Crypt Warden Deathhound. Battlefield Nightmare Cinch. Oh, the Dwarven Warhorse looks real pretty though. Okay, we'll switch to that one. On-combat pets. Oh, Deathhound. Fledgling Griffin. Okay, yeah. I chose the Dragon Knight. Sorry if you said that a while ago, I just noticed. Getting like distracted by all the stuff. I usually go like Warden or can't remember what the other one, like is it Paladin? Whichever one is like the support class. But I thought, you know what? Let me just go like melee. Yeah, I figured you were a Nightblade. I saw you playing earlier. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. This is gonna bug me a bunch if I don't just do this. Come on. Wait. I don't want a helmet though, because I'm a kitty cat. Nice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not even going to with all of that. There's so much. I'll have to do that later. Okay, inventory. Yes. Let's put on some breeches. What else is in my inventory that I need to look at? Oh, poisons. Sure. Why not? Skills. Skill lines allow you to customize your combat style to fight the way you want. You can select abilities to learn more about what they do. Select the ability and press X to purchase the ability. Active abilities can be slotted in your ability bar and be fired by pressing square, triangle, circle, L1, R1. Skills advisor. Advised abilities. Lava Whip, Spiked Armor, Stone Fist. Okay, and where... Oh. Purchase for 1 skill point. Yes. Oh, I don't have any points. JK. I thought I had a point because I leveled up. Never mind. You've got mail! The mail menu allows you to send and receive in-game mail. You have a limited number of mail slots. Delete messages that you no longer need to free up space for new mail. Quest Sender, Invitation to Morrowind. Wait, how do I... I don't know if I need to keep that for anything. It's hard to see. Maybe I think I need to move the camera to the other side. 1 sec, guys. It's gonna go blue screen for a second. I just need to switch where the camera is because I can't see what it's telling me. Settings, camera, we want lower right. There we go. Back, 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 back. And back into the game we go. Now I can see what it's telling me to do. Alright. Exclusive. Okay, but I already got that stuff. Sure you want to delete this mail. Once deleted, you will no longer have access to it. Well, I feel like... Right? Like, it's just telling me... This is all stuff that I have, which I can see in the thing. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. More stuff in my inventory? Where? In my supplies? Ah. Vivek City. Explore Vivek City. Back. Work related. Sorry if I'm... Oh, no. You didn't miss anything. You missed me changing the camera to over here now. That was it. I couldn't see what it was telling me to do, so had to move the camera. And then me going through a bunch of menus of stuff, being like, why is there so much stuff? Okay. Alright, I think I'm ready to go now. Open the menu using options, L for inventory, and use... Wait, I did that? I think it's just telling me. Ooh. Travel. Lead. Deadly secret. Armor skill lines. Equipping 3 pieces of light, medium, or heavy armor will unlock a skill line with new abilities. Nice. Claim level 2 rewards now. I thought I did that. What am I missing here, guys? What am I missing? Character. Oh, here we go. Level up rewards. I don't have a title, so no title. I want to go more stamina first. Right? That's what I do? Oof, I might have to move this to the top right. We'll see. Okay, skill point, claim rewards. Goodness, this is a thing. Whew. Okay, future rewards. 1 attribute point, 1 skill point, 1 crown fortifying meal. Then that's at level 2 or 3. Level 5 will be 2 attribute points, 2 skill points, 1 item set, health rings, and a racial skill line. Danke. Okay, I want stamina. I feel like I'm going to be using a lot of it. Okay, so now I have 1 point. And it said I should get one of these. That seems like right up front. This seems like if they're attacking me. This seems like a ranged weapon. X to purchase. Ability you purchased has been added to the first slot of your ability bar. Press square to use this ability. Okay. Now we should be ready to go. Wait, let me look at my journal. Journal contains all of the character's quests. You can change the focused quest while adventuring by pressing the right button. You can use the map to see where to perform your next task. You can in your quest journal by selecting it and pressing triangle, and then abandon from the list of options. Okay. This is the main one. Lead Norenwe outside. Alright, Norenwe, let's go. I just realized I'm kind of like phasing through, even though I'm not wearing green. It's cool though. I'll be ghost. Maybe it's picking up possible green hues in this blue dress. Okay. Why are we not turning? There we go.
One of the stray golems. We might want to sneak past it.
Ooh, a trap. Did that alert that creature? Baby! It's so cute! It's a cute little baby. Careful though, he eats your baby nemesis. I mean, we might want to sneak past it, or maybe we just want to kill it to get more XP, because I think that's kind of what I'm leaning. And that sneak attack damage. L2X. Oh, the 1X. Oops. Oh well, didn't need it. Huh? Perfect. I will take luck, thank you. What's over here? Way out, so then what's over here? The armory. Why wouldn't... Dang, my lava whip's already level 2. Let's go. I haven't even used it yet. Why wouldn't we go to the armory and outfit ourselves with armor? I want heavy armor, right? I would think if I'm gonna be like a melee person. I don't know which one of these is heavy armor. Oh, I guess they all look the same. Oh, but they're not the same. Jerkin, breechies, jack, guards, boots, bracers, arm cops. They the arm police, look out! Wee woo, wee woo. Helmet. Well, so far, ooh, cuirass, I think, is the heaviest one so far. Sabaton. Pauldron. Gauntlets. Girdle. Helm. Let's go. Lots to get it though. Head. Iron helm. Chest. Cuirass? Nothing. That ups my stamina, but it downs my physical resistance and my spell resistance by like a lot, like all of it. Alright, let's go. Now that I'm armored up. Ooh, is this a better bow? Probably not, if I had to guess. Maple bow. Aldmeri Exiles bow. Wait a second. The maple bow is better? Okay. Yo, yo, yo! Hey, Wolverine, what it do? Look, I'm a kitty cat. Meow. I need to take the helmet off. Like, not take it off, but just have it not be shown. I thought I had it set to not be shown, but apparently it decided to be shown. I made my kitty cat look like my kitty cat. Under collections. No. Appearance. Skins? No. Hide your helm. Ha ha ha! There we go. Got him. I knew I'd figured it out. Oh boy, it must have been hard for you right here then, Nemesis. You must have just been taking everything. I feel like this is the heaviest armor they have here, though. Oh, Ponyta! I like Ponyta. And you, ma'am, telling me that... Where'd you go? That we're about to be in a big fight, and then you didn't even tell me to stop at the armory? What is that about? Huh? Huh? Won't even look me in the face? What is that about? What are you grumpy for? Gosh, so grumpy. Alright, let's go fight a giant snake. You have already caught a Ponyta, is what it's telling you there, but you can catch another one if you really want to.
Almost there. Let's hurry.
Oh. Maybe I didn't need to go there because there was armor over here. Oh, I wanted the heavy armor, so, you know. L3. Oh, L3. You're just gonna keep trying to catch it?
Right.
I think you only get one chance,
The
but...
Keyride's gallery should be east of here. Let's set out.
East. Yeah, sure. Oh. Maybe I don't want to make all these things angry at me, huh? But I feel like I need the experience, right? So, like, let's go. Why not? Got him. Oh, no inventory for me to search? Okay, fine. I got some rewards. What's this? Primary stat Magicka. This build is recommended for new players. Okay. Alright. Wait. What? Learn to channel your inner dragon through the mastery of Dragon Knight abilities. Primary stat Magicka. Okay. So, I need... It says L3 to change build. Oh, no. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's cool. I don't even care. Sure. Whatever you just said. Oh, I thought X meant that you had caught it. You're right, you're right. It would be a green check mark. I guess you just wasted a bunch of Pokeballs, bro. Sorry about that. I like the Meow Meows, but I need the points. Heavy armor increased as well. Okay, let's go. Oh, I keep pushing the wrong button. Nothing to loot. Yeah, you and your friends. Let's go. What about you? No? Alrighty then. Ah, I got it right that time. Yeah.
The Keyrites gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
Nice. Oh, homemade wontons. So good. Say what? I have no idea what that was, guys. Is there proximity chat in this? Because I just heard like someone's kid giggling in my headset. And I'm not in a party with anybody. But there was a person running around down there. Huh. Okay, interesting.
Well, this is upsetting.
Why?
Jeffers' bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. Must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn!
Is there any way to fix it?
Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. We need to find a replacement.
Where can we find a replacement sky shard?
I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it.
Alright, let's find the sky shard. Can I ask you something before we set out?
Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though.
Why are sky shards exactly? What
Giant clusters of meteoric glass. They fall from Aetherius, charged with raw and very potent magicka. Mages use sky shards in all kinds of rituals and experiments. We Dureni use them as a power source.
What kind of golem did you see near the sky shard?
It's a monstrous sentinel called a gargoyle. I've never seen one fight, but by all accounts, they are far more powerful than the golems we've faced thus far.
It's definitely somebody in-game. That's hilarious. What are sky shards exactly?
Giant clusters of meteoric glass.
She told me that already. Yeah, it's one of these guys. I don't have my mic on that I know of in-game. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, anything cool over here? Oh, you know, all the exact equipment that I snuck in there. Well, it upped my lockpicking, so that's all good.
Alright. Do you see that vault to the south? The sky shard is there.
Nope, I see a statue. You mean that vault over there? Maybe you should use your fingers and point. Whoop. We don't need to kill that kitty cat. It's okay. I mean, I need the experience, but meh.
There it is! The sky shard!
Oh, and there's the gargoyle.
Move! No!
I am moving. Why aren't you moving?
Launch quickly! To the side!
I mean, or I could just not be in that direct area. Just saying. Hey, Poseidon, how's it going, bud? Did you get your DLC downloaded like you were talking about earlier?
Did you just absorb the energy of that shard?
Sure did.
Incredible. Not quite what I intended, but we can work with this. Let's head back to the gate.
In case you don't know, this is my character. Her name is Amberly Jones, and she is Amberly Jones. Meow. Amberly's like, rude. Wake me up. Pick me up. Show me online. How rude. Oh, it's so cute. He's playing with his feathers. Okay. Return to La Gate. So yeah, Nemesis, usually my instinct would be grab everything. Be encumbered. It's fine. I will get more money, but yeah. Butterfly? No, don't lick me. Don't lick me. Butterfly. Yes, meow meow. I love you too. Oh, hi. Ooh, level 3. Ha ha ha. Okay. Apparently I need to use more magic. Let's get spiked armor. Oh, I know you're still at work, bud. Oh, unless you're talking to Wolverine. Being like, yeah, thanks for making me jealous of your freaking wontons. I'm working, bro. I mean, I'm jealous of the wontons too, to be fair. Yeah, you're gonna be up all night, bud. Wait, what did it say? Ah. Returning to the gate, returning to the gate, searching this urn, taking all the things. There was probably a lot of urns I could have searched back there. Oh boy, I think I need to go back. Guys.
What is that terrible smell?
It's not me. You talking about my little Grosif here? You don't smell that bad. Could be that gnawed bone that I just picked up. Okay, I won't do all of that, but I was about to say, maybe I need to go back to the beginning and search all those urns. I won't do that, I promise. Shouldn't try and put cooked in an air fryer instead of deep frying them. They turned out perfect. Yeah, air fryers are amazing. People don't give them enough credit. Although somebody did post a thing of like, I survived quarantine without adopting a new animal or buying an air fryer or something else. I don't remember, but it cracked me up. I was like, I technically have one, but I didn't buy it because of quarantine. And mine's not just an air fryer. It's an Instant Omni, which is the Instant Pot brand, and it does everything. It's a rotisserie, it's an air fryer, it's a baker, It's a dehumidifier. It's everything. Or dehydrator, not dehumidifier. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, I guess it makes it less humid too. Oh, yeah, you should get some rest, bud. I'm so sorry. That's literally the worst. I get so frustrated when my boss does that, where I'm like, okay, you're the one that needs to take a chill pill, not me. My boss can get a little uppity sometimes and likes things to be very particular ways, and if they are not, has a conniption about it. And the world is over, and yeah. So I have learned to honestly just to ignore them. Just kind of nod and go about my day. Because eventually they do realize, oh, well, I went a little too far. At least for me. I'm sure that's not the case with you, because not most people are like that, but
what's up?
Lucky.
You new to this?
Yes, but I don't know how to push the dog. So sorry.
Let me help you out. I can help you out. I can help you.
I don't
I can help you level.
It's okay. Thank you, though.
I can add you to friend in case you ever need help. Just holler.
Oh, okay. Thank you. How do I do emotes? I don't even know how to emote yet, guys.
The emote?
Yeah.
What you trying to do, like the
Can you actually hear me? Because I didn't even know.
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm streaming right now, so I'm like, I don't know what's happening, chat. I don't even know.
Oh, you can hear me. You can hear me. What I was trying to do, if you wanna like group on me, you can, and I can help you like level up and get you level up and shit. Cause I do got a character that's a master crafter, like almost a master crafter, but I can craft you like some good armor sets and shit.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that, but I'm just kind of chilling right now, but I do appreciate that. Thank you.
I sent you a friend request too.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Just go to notifications.
Yeah, I did that. Well, I went to social. Notifications, there we go.
And then you'll see the friend request I sent you.
Alright, I have accepted it.
You in the group.
Oh, cool. Alright.
But if you want to do the, if you want to do like the, group, voice chat, go down to social.
Okay.
And then go down to voice chat. Then it goes to area chat, it goes to group chat.
Okay.
Just says group chat. You click the group
yeah,
chat.
area and group, I see. Okay.
Yeah. They're gonna put you in a group chat with me. Instead of putting you in the area.
Well, I'll probably just keep it on area for now, or wherever it's on right now. Like I said, I'm just chilling, so don't let me slow you down. I will probably just jump out of group so you can get yourself going. But we're friends now, so maybe sometime when I'm not streaming, we can definitely group it up, okay?
What happened?
I
think
jumped.
your mic don't kick out or something.
I turned it off, that's why. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Did your mic kick out?
Oh my gosh. Okay, good, he ran away. Oh, he's coming back, okay.
I think our mic don't kick out.
Yeah, it was, I'm back now.
Okay.
I was just saying thanks for offering the help. For right now, I'm just kind of chilling, but I do appreciate it, and maybe sometime when I'm not streaming, we can definitely group up for sure.
Okay.
I very much appreciate your help.
Really matter.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I just don't want to slow you down. Like, you do you.
No, go ahead. I mean, do your thing. Shit, I ain't stop.
Okay. That turned off the mic, I think. Select an emote with X to play it immediately. Select an emote with square to add it to your emote quick slot menu. I didn't know that he could hear me, so I was gonna try to just emote with like, thanks. Cool, that's something I can look at some other time. I'm making friends already, guys. I don't even have to try to make friends. People just like me. Okay. I definitely thought I clicked leave group, but I guess I'm still in the group. I mean, that's fine.
Alright, moment of truth. Focus on the... Ha! You did it! Let's speak for a moment.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like a water off the back kind of person where I'm like, meh. It did startle me before, though. I don't meet the requirements. Girl, open the door.
I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just beyond that gate. If you have any other preparations to make them now.
Not really. Do you have any advice on how to slay this thing? That is not Emberly's voice. What is Emberly's voice? There it is. Do you have any advice on how to slay this thing?
Again, I'm just a scholar. But
Biggest
I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before.
All that
Keep
and
moving.
Well, you know,
and exploit any
they can get
opening the creature
crunchy if
gives
they
you.
want to. That's on them. Let's go. Let's go find a giant snake.
There it is. Send it back to oblivion.
To oblivion with you. Dodge. Lava. Dodge. Dodge. Oh, interrupt. I forgot. Ugh.
Wither and die.
I'm out of stamina. Ooh, I did not get out of the way fast enough. Alright, listen here, Shazel, like, let's go.
Only I will remain.
Oh, I was supposed to do this at her, I guess.
You cannot kill what cannot die.
Well, you can at least go bye-bye, you know what I'm saying? Ah, get out of it, get out of it, get out of it!
Only I will remain.
You sure about that? Come on, girl, get up.
Kneel.
No, you kneel.
You did it. Hopefully the gallery wasn't too badly damaged.
Okay.
Follow me.
See you in a minute. I don't know why my dress is like invisible-ish. I guess it's not white enough. My skin is very white. My skin is always visible. Alright, let's go. Okay, so I didn't officially fully leave the group. That's what it was. Move. I gotta steal stuff. Books. Can read books. I guess in this, though, you don't really get, like, boons like you did with, Skyrim. You just get cool information like you would from a regular book.
By all the stars! Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look.
Shall we? Ooh. Missing a bunch of valuable stuff, you guys. Mostly lockpicks. Why is there so many lockpicks buried with people? Or is it just people that were gonna come back and grave rob were like stashing their stuff here? Oh no! Meow meow. Meow meow meow. Okay, let's go.
This is the Keyrights Gallery, but not as I remember it.
Maybe it's from the
Now I see
future.
why we never managed to unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing. With the
Amazing.
helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first?
Home. How about where to home? Sorry guys, it's compulsory. I have a habit of stealing everything that I can. At least I only do it in video games, right? Okay. We have a quest that we need to complete in like less than 7 days, I believe it is, so let's go.
Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keyrights Gallery has come to life, and I finally think I know why.
What do you mean? Why did it come to life?
Because of you. Matters in Tamriel are bleak. War rages in Cyrodiil. Daedric princes conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The Second Era needs a savior. I believe the gallery, perhaps even the Adamantine Tower itself, chose you.
What do you think I should do next?
The Keyrights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel, places I suspect that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you. So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite a gift.
Do you plan to use one of the doors as well?
What, me? No, I've got work to do. The Cinderil will want every bit of this place searched and studied. Since I did the discovering, I'll probably end up leading the effort. Adventure abroad sounds all well and good, but my place is here.
Do you really think fate brought me here?
Well, fate's sort of a clumsy way to put it. No offense. Honestly, we may never know why you were chosen. But I believe there was intention here. Something, whether it be the stars, the gallery, or the tower itself, placed you here for a reason.
Why Shayazel? What brought it here?
Perhaps it followed you to prevent you from reaching your... well, destiny sounds a bit too grandiose. Let's just say to stop you from reaching your potential. Then again, maybe the power of this place brought you here to stop Shayazel.
Big yawn. I guess we'll never know.
Probably not. But what's a life without unanswered questions, right? Boring, if you ask me.
Do you think you'll ever unravel the mysteries of this place?
Ha! An elf can hope. Answering that question will probably keep me occupied for the next 100 years. Is the Helix connected to the Adamantine Tower? How does it perceive distant corners of Tamriel? I may never understand it, but I'll do my best.
Do you plan to use any of these doors, or is it that? Any thoughts on where I should go?
It is a bit overwhelming, isn't it? The whole of Tamriel is stretched out before you. We could start with the political considerations. 3 great alliances vie for control of Cyrodiil. Does the fate of the Pact, Covenant, or Dominion interest you?
I mean, it doesn't, but I could always get back in if I want to, right? Anybody?
Excellent. You can visit Stros Makai in Daggerfall Covenant territory, an island called Kanathi's Ruse that the Aldmeri Dominion set its eyes on, or the Ebonheart Pact's domain. Seems this portal leads to Blackwood, on the southern border of Cyrodiil. I read an intelligence report about a series of high-profile murders with links to the region. Daedric mischief, too. A warrior like you could do some real good there.
I knew I felt something strange, like glass shattering in the distance.
Murdered, and so close to the city gates.
Keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic?
Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood.
Too many times dryskins have come to our swamps in an attempt to claim them. These Imperials seemed no different.
I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment, but the figure felt evil.
Now, who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leowyn?
That's one of the quests that Wolverine was doing today. The swamp one. That's your claw in my skin. Can you stop things though? Let me see. Allows you to view all the players who have previously interacted with in any chat channel. Oh, must be one of these guys that I heard their kid. Chat with players around you. Yeah. Okay, so I had this off. Cause like he was still talking. Soul magic. Where's my advisor? My advisor wants me to get these things. Crush the enemy beneath you, dealing 4,100 physical damage to all enemies within 6 meters of you. Debris ripped from the ground is held around you for 10 seconds. Slash an enemy with flame, dealing 2049 flame damage. And an additional 4095 flame damage over 10 seconds. 5 meters. 28 meters. Interesting. Yeet. There's a centipede? Oh, right there. Wow, that's pretty funny. Wait, it said I was supposed to start a quest at the Gates of Oblivion or something like that. Guess we'll just stick with that one then. Talk to Captain Rion Lior. Flowers? Can has pick flowers? No? Sorry, Meow Meow, but my foot is falling asleep with you laying on it. Below. So, I need to get into a cavern. Ooh, I don't have a way to mine it. Oh, I do, apparently. Just magical mining. Is this the way, you guys? I think I'm making a big mistake. It said talk to him below, but I'm not seeing any way to get below. Yeah, I'm already lost, guys. This is pretty par for the course. Come on, get out of the water. Oh, is that a nerd? Oh, kind of looked like a nerd from far away. Okay, talk to him below. And now it just says talk to him regular, but talk to him below. Where is he? He's gotta be far away. Undertow? That's a D&D city. Well, Darktow, but might as well be Undertow, right? Oh, is this like a travel beacon? No, just a regular thing. Okay. Marcus Buka. Rumbleclaw. Ooh, a bear mount? That's cool.
You have my word.
Oof, this is
if
pretty
the
fluffy.
counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside, the Ivory Brigade will find her. Not now, citizen. Can't you see I have my hands full at the moment? I'm sure a guard or one of my brigadines can assist you.
I heard you were looking for help. Brigadier Antonio sent me.
Why didn't you say so? Leowin's problems are legion, and now the Wood Elf Archer's predictions seem to be coming true. Damn these old Imperial secrets. Counselor Jirik has disappeared, and the Ivory Brigade is already spread too thin for my liking.
Tell me more about this Wood Elf Archer and the Imperial secrets.
The Wood Elf, Everly Sharparrow. She brought news that the Dark Brotherhood was targeting members of the Elder Council. All because of some secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We took her warning seriously, but Jirik refused Brigadine protection.
You think the Dark Brotherhood harmed Councillor Jirik?
With that guild of assassins, I'm not sure what to think. But Jirik is missing, and I don't have enough Brigadines at the ready to conduct a proper search. You look capable. So, care to earn some gold and help us determine the Counselor's fate?
Gamers flashbacks. You look trustworthy. I'll help find Councillor Jirik.
Here, let me update your map. These are places Jirik visits during her daily routine. If something befell her, it happened somewhere along this path. Meanwhile, I have Everly Sharparrow checking locations in the city. She was very eager to help.
Tell me more about the situation here in Leowin.
On paper, Countess Caro rules Leowin. But in practice, the Chamber of Legates governs the city. Legates Tebezako and Amhalu, and Councillor Leviticus. They handle day-to-day tasks. Me? I'm commander of the Ivory Brigade, Leowin's militia.
You mentioned the soldiers were stretched too thin.
Indeed. Since the fall of the Empire, the Ivory Brigade had to redouble its efforts to replace the Imperial legions. We maintain active defenses in the north to keep the ongoing war at bay. But we have our hands full with refugees, bandits, and such.
Okay, so... I need to find the counselor, but... He wants me to look outside the city? Maybe this is in the city? I don't even know. Find the cave. Above. Let me... go to... There we go. Wonder if there's a way to like toggle that off. There we go. Okay. Now nobody needs to hear my horrible accent except for you guys. Right, so I wanted to find out activity finder, help, options, log out, skills, character, inventory, collections, announcements. Journal, achievements. Character achievements? Exploration achievements. Blackwood. That's what I wanted. Blackwood. Pathfinder. Options. Show unearned. Discover all the striking locales in Blackwood. The Inn, the Shrine of the Nocturnal, Salvito Estates, Fort Blue Blood, Plateau the Traveler, Ojelbach. I wish there was a way to have that like on the screen. R1? L1. Oh, there it is. Search along the river. Find a cave. There was a third one, though. Can I set destination? There we go. Oops. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean that. I didn't think any of my buttons were sex. There we go. I know how to sprint. This is like some massive Morrowind vibes. Search along the river. I did it. Oh. I hope this letter finds you in good health and better spirits, my old friend, Counselor Jerk. Though years have passed since I was Emperor Leovic's steward, and you were one of his elder counselors, I fear that the secrets of the Longhouse Emperors continues to haunt us. You and other members of the Elder Council are in grave danger. Actions that you and your colleagues performed over the years for the Longhouse Emperors have inadvertently made you targets for an as yet unknown entity or entities. Of course, we both know that you were only following orders, performing your duties. Unfortunately, those who hunt you care little for reasons. They only want to eliminate everyone who may know even the tiniest fraction of Emperor Leovic's final secret. I wish I could provide you with more information, but for now, this is all I know. If I learn anything further, I will be in touch. For now, please be cautious, and sleep with one eye open. Farul Lupus. Okay, now I need to find the cave. Fishy? That sure looks like a fishy. I need bait.
The world. Ah, your walk, your essence, your spirit.
One with many stories.
You strike me as one with many stories.
The water?
Yes. You must listen to the muttering of the rivers, the stillness of the ponds. Each of them carry.
What do you mean to do?
I simply wish to wade in the rivers that you will change. Venture through Blackwood. Triumph in a great hunt. See a place that was once forgotten. The waters that carry stories can be deceptively turbulent. It is a time of great change. Be careful that you are not swept into the current. It would be a shame to have your tales swallowed up. Then I would not get to hear them.
Okay. Defeat a world boss in Blackwood. Visit striking locale in Blackwood. Visit the job brokers in Little tiny pony. Ah, it's so cute. I saw another one, but I guess I took that guy's first. Okay, let's go find a cave. Oh, there we go. You're fine. Alright, thanks, Nemesis. Have a good trip home. Safe travels, bud. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty birdie. There's the cave. Chief Counselor Leviticus. While our time serving together on the Imperial Elder Council is long past, I still consider you to be both a colleague and a friend. I know I ignored the warning the Wood Elf brought you, refused to believe that old secret still held any power, any danger. I was wrong. I received a letter from Farul Lupus today, which, if the reports of his death are accurate, he must have sent before he was murdered, and I fear that I am being followed. I thought I caught a glimpse of a dark figure watching me from the rocks during my island walk this morning, so I was so rattled by the sight that I dropped Farul's letter, didn't realize I had lost it until I almost reached the cave. This must be related to a project Emperor Morakar gave me some 20 years back. He needed caretakers for some sort of storage vaults, and I procured them, set up the contracts, paid the costs, but that was so long ago. Even as I write this, I can feel the noose drawing tight. If you receive this, tell the others, convince them to heed the warning and accept your assistance. Secret of the Longhouse Emperors. I think this time it really will be the death of me. Counselor Jivik. Dang, didn't even leave nothing in the backpack.
You're not the counselor.
No? Did you need me for something?
Apologies. I heard you stumbling about and thought it might be Counselor Jivik.
Who are you?
Oh, no one important, I assure you. I'm simply one of the counselor's aides. I help her with paperwork mostly. Run errands, that sort of thing.
Captain Ryan sent me to find the counselor. He thinks she might be in danger.
She initially refused the captain's offer, but she received a letter that made her uneasy. Last I saw, she was headed back to the city by way of the Eastern Gate. But she never returned to her manor, so I came to look for her. Please.
How do I do such thing? Am I an expert tracker? So I guess they came out of here and went to the Eastern Gate, which is over here. Well, they wouldn't have gone straight through the water. They would have gone to the bridge. Oh. That sounds exciting. Bog dog. That's so funny. When Nemesis was playing earlier and Wolverine, I thought it said bad dog. Okay. Did that tell me something? Told me that there was some bad guys out here.
Someone! Anyone! Help me!
Hmm?
I refused to believe, but Farrell, Leviticus, they were right. I was attacked. An assassin. You must warn the others, the counselors. Leofic's secret, it will be the death of us all!
Counselor Jivik! She did.
Counselor Jivik! Damn, we're too late!
I can't.
Damn it, I'm too late. Poor Counselor Jivik. She didn't deserve to die like that. At least I don't think she did. Did you see what happened? Who attacked her?
I didn't see who attacked her, but there was a note beside her body.
The mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Just like with Farrell Lupus. Sorry. I'm working for Counselor Leviticus, the head of the Chamber of Legates. I came to Leowyn to warn him after I stumbled across some secret concerning the Longhouse Emperors.
I'm working for Captain Rian Lior. He sent me to find the Counselor. What's that about a secret?
It relates to something called the Four Ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. I think they're Daedric weapons, but I'm still puzzling that out. I was working for Farrell Lupus before he was murdered. Found a strange tome with Daedric markings at his behest.
I found a letter to Council Jirik from Farrell Lupus. It warned her she was in danger.
Yeah, that's what brought me here. I found a list of names. Farrell Lupus and members of the Elder Council. It said they all knew something about this secret. Since Farrell was murdered, I figured the others were in danger too. Looks like I was right.
Who are the other counselors?
Let me have your map. I'll mark where Councillors Valeria and Sophis were last seen. Go warn them. Convince them to take precautions. Then meet me at Councillor Jirik's manor in the city. Maybe we can find something to shed more light on this secret.
Dead body? Are you not gonna do anything about the dead body? I'll go warn the counselors, then meet you at the Jirik's manor.
I'll get the city guards to come and gather the Councillor's body.
There we go.
She shouldn't just be left out here. Then I'll head to Councillor Jirik's manor. When you're done checking on Councillor Valeria and Councillor Sophis, meet me there.
Seems like a lot of people die around you, female. I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way to 9:30, guys. I am very tired. Funny because Hunt and Wolverine were making jokes about me never sleeping. Like, I sleep a lot. I love sleep. Sleep's my best buddy. Wait. What? I didn't need to come in the city? What the heck? Oh my goodness. There and there. Well... might as well go there and then find an exit out the other side. Sure. Look at my little cat feet. Go, 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 go. Out of Mamina.
If you have opinions about crows, I have got a job for you.
Did it happen?
Want to prove yourself?
Daily job broker, daily job broker. So I guess I did it? Woo woo, you clean boy. Look at you go. Okay, that's not necessary. Okay, I did it. Cool. Visit a striking locale in the Blackwood, defeat a world boss in Blackwood. Okay. So now I need that to be highlighted. Achievements. Okay, that's all highlighted. I don't need a job right now, though. Map. I need to go this way? Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Over here. Aha, gate. Nemesis took off for a second. He is going home. He's probably gonna crash when he gets home, if I had to guess. He said he needs R&R after a rough day at work. Hiccups. Sorry, guys. Look at the little pony! Oh my gosh. There's a chubby little pony. Oh, it's a lion. Oops. Sorry, I called you a chubby little pony. This horse is called Sprained Dignity. Okay. And that's Pumpkin. Alrighty then. How do I summon my mount? Because I have one, I think. I don't know. I need to go here. Guess I'm just running for now.
What is this?
Nothing. Go away. Hold the touchpad, I think? Ah, you smart, you smart. Oh, that's not what I meant. That's also not what I meant. Well, I guess I'm like right on top of it now, so...
We
I am
weren't
here.
expecting visitors. Are you here to see the counselor?
I'm here to make sure you don't die.
Are you here to speak with Counselor Sophis? I'm afraid my husband has taken our dog for a walk.
Girl,
Is there something I could help you with, perhaps?
I need to find the counselor. He may be in danger.
Danger? What are you talking about? Does this have something to do with that letter? And who are you, by the way?
Captain Rian sent me to check on Counselor Sophis.
Captain Rian? I see. Well, if the Ivory Brigade sent you, my husband likes to walk our dog Chero along the tree line. Go on and find him. I'll wait here in case he returns.
You mentioned the letter?
My husband, Valen, received a letter from an old friend this morning. Farl Lupus, Emperor Leovic's steward. I could see that whatever was in that letter upset him, but he didn't want to discuss it, and I didn't push him. Now please, go find him.
I mean, that's not too much of a loss there, Wolverine. I mean, Muck is like a big toxic slime pile. Go this way. Oh, hi, Pupper. Oh, he talking with mine. That's cute. Where's your master, though? That makes me think he did. Hey, Flying Stealth Gamer. Nice to see you in. Whatever, Wolverine, you're funny. Oh, he did. I told you guys. Told you. Black Hand of Death?
What's taking you so long?
Your dead husband?
Valen! No!
So sorry.
Oh, Valen! Oh, my love!
See, now I'm looking sus. Because I keep fighting these people and they're dead.
Sent you to protect my husband!
I was too late. He was already dead when I found him.
You know, Valen acted strange after the letter from Farl Lupus arrived. He didn't tell me what it said, and I never asked. Before he left today, he gave me a sealed scroll, said to give it to Counselor Leviticus if anything ever happened to him.
A scroll?
A scroll, sealed and bearing my husband's stamp. Take it. Give it to Counselor Leviticus. I hope it helps catch whoever murdered my husband. I'll summon the town guard. They'll help me with my husband.
Goodbye. So, Flying Stealth Gamer, this is my beautiful Khajiit warrior princess, Amberly Jones. She is skillfully and craftily made after my cat, who's going to be grumpy for me picking her up. Ugh. Amberly Jones. Meow. Pow, 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 pow. She's Dragon Knight. Yes, I touched you. I know, you were sleeping. You're fine. Now she's all grumpy. She is perfect, yes. So I have a voice for her, which I said is, I don't know, it kind of just happened, so it's kind of like a mix between like Russian and French and South African a little bit. Okay. So now we need to go here and hope that the other dude isn't dead. Let's go! Hiya! Oh. Am I supposed to do something with this dog? Guess not. Bye, doggo. Ride like the wind, Bullseye! Oh yeah, I got the dwarven one. Ooh, it's hard to do that. I'll go slow. There we go. I liked how it looked.
Well?
Well yourself, jerk. No hello, no nothing, just well. Come on, pony, get your stamina back so that we can run fast. We gotta go fast. I don't know why my dress is deciding to be a green screen, but it is. Yeah. Ooh, bog dog, not good. Ah. Go, off, get off. Oh, L2, R2, there we go. To whoever finds me, deliver this letter and the ring in my bag to Tertia, Falto, and Leowin. Dearest Tertia, go ahead and pet it. It's just a harmless mongrel, you said. Little did I know how wrong we both were. The sorry-looking mutt was an omen, my sweet, and the harbinger of my demise. I can still picture that perfect night in Leowin, your face radiant, resplendent, shining in the sun as we walked among the streets. I desperately wish I could see it one more time. I wish I'd given you the ring in my pocket and proposed to you as I planned. I wish I hadn't instead reached down and tried to pet the damned dog. It bit me, of course, but that superficial wound was just a start. Naturally, I couldn't propose to you with blood gushing from my hands, so I bit my tongue, held my peace, and excused myself to the nearest healer. There, a kind Argonian bandaged my wound and provided a medicinal toad for the pain. Sadly, it would prove to be a meager balm for the true injury. As the sun set, I was racked by wild fever dreams. The last thing I recall was tearing off my clothing and running, howling into the night. I woke up in someone's chicken coop covered in blood and feathers. Please understand, I do this for you. Were I to see you again while under this curse, I might cause you harm. Couldn't live with myself if that happened, so I won't. I leave you the ring I never gave you. It was meant for you and no one else. Always yours, Aloysius Fulvianus. That's a mouthful of a name. Got anything for me, bro? Oh, cool, the ring. Alright, let's go save the people that are of utmost importance right now. Yeah, you need to sleep at some point, bro. I was just saying, I don't think I'm gonna make it till 9:30 as I'm scheduled because I'm tired. Where you at? Oh, no, examine. No, not seat. Examine. I don't care about all those words, but my character knows them.
Stay alert. I have it on good authority that I'm in danger. Step back and state your business. I have every
all these
reason
chicks
to believe
are like
that my
ripped.
life is in danger. If you so much as make a threatening gesture, the Brigandine will dismember you. He has very strict orders on that regard.
I am working for Captain Rayon Leor. I was sent to tell you the threat is real.
I was beginning to suspect as much. Very well. Tell me everything that you have learned. Leave nothing out. I want to hear it all.
The Dark Brotherhood has already murdered Pharaoh Lupus and Councillor Jirik. And the other dude, too.
Emperor Leovik's old steward? And Jirik as well? God, they are targeting the Elder Council. Anything else? Tell me. The slightest detail could mean the difference between life and death.
I think it has something to do with Leovik's secret. Something called the Four Ambitions.
The Ambitions? I heard that term once before. Years ago. I must go to Tidewater Cave. I have a cache hidden there, and I need to check my records. Meanwhile, I suggest you find Jirik's files. She kept them in a hidden compartment in her nightstand.
Your records
Possibly.
include stuff?
I oversaw
something?
the Imperial Treasury, so my records deal with expenditures and collections. I have documents going as far back as Emperor Morikar, possibly even Durkarach, and I know I saw that term someplace. I will see what I can find. Extremely well. We were rivals as well as colleagues on the Elder Council. It was that way between all of the counselors, I suppose. Her death is a tragedy, however. I will miss her.
Okay, now what do I do? Find Tertia Falto. I guess. Okay, there we go. Investigate Counselor Jirik's manor. Ooh, you got this for me. Oh, so close. Wait a few seconds before you attempt another lock. Okay, I wait. And now I do again. Ah. Ah, got it. Got them skills. Ledger maid. That's not what I meant. Received an empty soul gem. Cool beans. So Jirik's, yeah, manor is inside. Let's go. Ooh, can I shoot you? The death animation was hilarious. Okay. Let me in.
I'm quite busy, can't you see?
Yeah, so I'm not bugging you, bro. Stop trying to make yourself seem so important. Wait, I think it's this one? Well, that's locked, whatever that is. Domestic Bliss Furnishings. Maybe it is this one then. And it's also locked. What the heck? Is it this? Is it up there? I don't think so, but I'm gonna find garments. Oh, maybe it's that? I don't think so, because otherwise it would show it.
A fascinating application of the technique.
What the heck, bros? How do we get into said manor? Investigate Counselor Judic's manor. I'm trying. Trying really hard. Is it over here? Like, these are all buildings. Wait, is this one of the things that I needed to do? No, White Stallion. Yeah, I'm angry. Grr. What the heck? This is a church. Bueller? It says her inn is right here on the corner. But that is something else. Yeah, it says it's right here. I mean, do I just talk to this dude, maybe?
God, smart back. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for the work. But would it kill these people to ship in something a little lighter?
Okay. Yeah, I don't need to be stealing anything. I just need to search the lady's house. Which apparently doesn't exist. What the heck, guys? Oh, apparently I left my phone out in the front. Oh, wait. Over here? No, that's finding the chick. This is supposedly the manor. Maybe I saw it wrong? Shrine. Garments, tailor, leatherworker, blacksmith, water's edge. Anybody got a clue? Like, this said that it was the manor. Oh, maybe I can't. No, because I have it right there. Investigate Counselor Judic's manor. Like, it's selected. What the heck? Can somebody else show me how to do this quest, please? I just like sneak in through a window? Yeah, you don't say. I would love to. Maybe... Oh my gosh, I was on the wrong side this whole time. Oh, I must have saw that while highlighting over that. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius. Don't mind me, guys. Expert gamer here, doing heck elite hacks. Let's go. Kinda wanna like roll my sleeves up so you guys don't see me as a floating head. I don't know if that helps, but...
Poor Counselor Jirik. What happened to her? It's so awful.
Oh hey, over here! I'm glad you're here. I've been searching all over, but I could use your help. This place is huge. Why do rich people need so many rooms? Oh, but tell me, did you warn the counselors like I asked?
Valeria has protection, and it is going to search her records, but I was too late to say Sophus.
Sophus is dead? Damn! Was it the Dark Brotherhood? What am I saying? Of course it was. I've torn this place apart, but so far I haven't found anything related to Imperial secrets or the ambitions. Maybe you can spot something I missed.
Counselor Valeria told me Jirik kept records in a hidden compartment in her nightstand.
I knew you'd be a help, but I didn't expect you to just have the answer the moment you walked in. Good job!
That's how I roll.
Counselor Jirik's bedroom is upstairs. Let's see if we can find that hidden compartment.
It is time to rally the caretakers and move the ambitions. The new vault location should ensure their safety and keep them hidden until I or the High Priest call for them. The forces loyal to the traitor Veren draw ever closer, and we cannot allow the ambitions to fall into their hands. This is your official order. Act immediately. This line is written in a complex Imperial code. Emperor Leovic.
A hidden compartment? I love it! I mean, I hate that people have died, but... so, what did you find?
An order? Oh. It's an order from Emperor Leovic. He told Jirik to move the ambitions, but the last line is lines in code.
Let me see that. That's a code, all right. Some of the other documents I found use something similar. You know, I'm really starting to hate all this secrecy surrounding the ambitions.
Leowen is an Imperial city. Maybe someone here can decipher it.
Good idea. We need to report in to Counselor Leviticus anyway. Let him know what we uncovered. If he has a qualified scribe, great. If not, I know someone. Can help me with those other documents. Let's go to Leowen Castle and talk to Leviticus.
I'll meet you at Leowen Castle.
I can't help feeling that once we solve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors, we'll know how to stop the Dark Brotherhood from murdering any more of the counselors. I'll see you at the castle.
Oh, I'll figure this out. I want to finish this quick little side quest real quick. I was about to be like, ooh, a rat! Because in Horizon Zero Dawn, I needed rat bone. This is not Horizon Zero Dawn.
Just pet the dog. It's harmless. Oh, Tertia, you idiot. No wonder he hasn't... Is there something you want? I'd like to be left alone right now.
I found this letter on the body in the wilderness. They said to deliver this letter and the ring to you.
Body? Ring? Oh, Riemann on high, what's this about? Aloysius wrote this? And he's dead? This makes no sense. Howling, chicken coops, it was just a mangy mutt. I don't even think it was rabid, let alone... Oh no, Aloysius. You poor fool. He wasn't cursed. He was hallucinating. The toad that Argonian used to ease his pain must have been too strong for him. Aloysius convinced himself he was a werewolf, and he... This is the second worst proposal I've ever had.
The second worst.
I was once kidnapped by a crazed Sulzon warlord and offered the heads of my neighbors as a dowry. I'd rather not talk about it. I've had more than a dozen failed engagements in my life. If anyone here is cursed, it's me. But it's not all bad news. Aloysius didn't run off and leave me like half the others. He even gave his life to protect me. I've never had anyone love me that much. Is it wrong that makes me happy? Take this for delivering my betrothed's last wishes. It was kind of you. I wonder if the Temple of Mara would marry us posthumously.
Thank you.
It was his dying wish, after all. Maybe I should employ a priest of Arche for the ceremony, so he can... Well, why not? I've had absolutely no luck with the living, and it's what he wanted. I'd rather die a widow than an old maid.
Okay.
It's not like this is how I dreamed of getting married, but after being jilted so many times, I may as well marry a man who can't change his mind. You may not get it, but for your sake, I hope you never have to.
I mean, is his family gonna be like, nah, we ain't gonna support you? Maybe. Think about that. Alright, where's the castle? Why does it keep going all the way out there? Eh? I don't know why, but cool. Leyawiin Castle is here. I have this set for streaming for the next couple of days, so hoping we can get that Pathfinder done. Posture check, self.
I need your report, mercenary. Word reached me that Councillor Jirik was murdered. What about Sophus and Valeria?
Councillor
And did you find
Sophus...
definitive proof that the Dark Brotherhood is our culprit?
Councillor Sophus has been murdered too, but Valeria is safe. These notes were by each of their bodies.
That's the Black Hand, symbol of the Dark Brotherhood. I wish Jirik and Sophus had allowed me to assign brigadines to protect them. At least Valeria, however reluctantly, agreed to a military escort. Did you and Everly uncover any other information?
We gathered a few documents we think Councillor Leviticus should see.
It appears that Councillor Leviticus's trust in the Wood Elf was not misplaced. Very well. You and Everly can head in and talk to the Councillor.
Captain Rian and the Ivory Brigade. You must be the mercenary that Captain Rian told me about. And I see you're working with Everly Sharparrow. Good. Good. I assume you have something to report. I'm listening.
Nice. Inspector Gadget, that's great. Councillors Jirik and Sophus were murdered. These notes were left beside their bodies.
Damn it all to oblivion and back. I should have taken Pharo Lupus more seriously when I received his letter. This is definitely the mark of the Dark Brotherhood. Anything else to add to this?
Oh, I'm really not gonna make it till 9:30, guys. Jirik and Sophis left behind documents, but part of them is written in code.
Yes, that's the Longhouse Emperor's code. Only a handful of Imperial scribes can decipher it. I know one. Baragon. I'll send for him at once. Meanwhile, we must warn the remaining counselors on the list. Eivor, Valeria, Itinia, and Vandacia.
Councillor Valeria is under guard and collecting her records from Deadwater Cave.
Very good. I've sent messages to Itinia and Vandacia already, as neither of them are currently within Leowin's jurisdiction. I need you to go to Fort Blueblood. Councillor Eivor has taken refuge there, but I'd prefer to have her here in Leowin.
Fort Blueblood. I'll go to Fort Blueblood and talk to Councillor Eivor.
Everything we do now must be swift if we are to get ahead of this. Go to Fort Blueblood and convince Councillor Eivor to return to the city. She'll be safer here than at the fort.
Okay.
Fort Blueblood? That's to the east across the river. I'll meet you there.
Okay, cool. Thanks, little perky girl. Fishing requires using the proper bait to the proper location, maybe is what it said. The world may never know. It's telling me to go this way. Oh yeah, out of the castle. Makes sense. I love that you get a mount right away in this game. It's super duper 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 helpful.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done.
I don't even know what Muna is. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to Google it. What? Why would I go out this gate then? What jerks. I'm not going all the way around the city. I will go through the city. The loading screen, though. Oh, oops. I did want this gate over here. Pretty sure. Yeah. I don't know why it told me to go out the other side of the city. It was literally right here. That's an interesting one. still don't understand why my shirt is fading. My dress is a dark blue, but apparently it's getting picked up with the green screen somehow. Love the sound of lightning and thunder. Well, I guess lightning is a visual, not a sound, but it creates stuff.
I must know where you got that outfit. Oh, no, that would be foolish in these circumstances as I am pressed for time. Perhaps you can offer me some advice instead?
That guy just keeps talking. Yeah. Bro, ain't nobody got a time for that.
Well.
Ooh, nice.
Look, Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rianne sent me. I need to see Councillor Eibor now.
How did you get
more
here
about my
before
sister?
Me? Well, because I went to the other.
She hasn't been seen since she took the Councillor her meal.
Councillor Eibor was very clear about this. She doesn't want to be disturbed. Oh, another mercenary. Is our Ivory Brigade so enfeebled that Captain Rianne must resort to hiring sellswords? Look, as I told the Wood Elf, Councillor Eibor was quite insistent. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Captain Rianne and Councillor Leviticus sent us. Do you really want to get in the way of our mission?
All right, enough. I can see when I'm being overruled. Very well. I give you permission to enter the watchtower. Councillor Eibor's safety is now in your hands.
Why is that servant in an uproar?
Lurius? Oh, something about his sister. She's another servant here at the fort. Works in the kitchen, I believe. Apparently, she brought the Councillor her meal. He says she never returned, but the servants look for any opportunity to sneak off.
Why did Councillor Eibor come to Fort Blueblood?
The Councillor demanded we protect her. Said her life was in danger, but refused to give me any details. Imperial confidentiality, she insisted, above my station. I put her up in the watchtower, and assigned a couple of brigadines to guard her.
Okay.
Oh no! Councillor Eibor's been murdered! But where's the servant? The Dark Brotherhood's calling card. Of course they tore out the pages and took them, just when we were so close to finding out more about the ambitions. Eibor's meal is still warm.
Oops.
So what happened to
Still
the servant
something.
that delivered it? We have a door locked from the outside, a dead counselor, and a missing servant. Did the assassin take off with both the torn-out journal pages and the servant? Anyway,
the servant
they
is
not
the
only
assassin.
murdered
Come
Eibor,
on.
they probably know how to find the ambitions now.
How did the murderer get in and out of the watchtower without being the brigadines noticing?
See that rope hanging from the top of the tower? Bet my bottom acorn that's how the assassin got in and out. But the missing servant... something about that is knocking on the back of my head. And why would the Dark Brotherhood take those pages?
Maybe the Dark Brotherhood wants the dead weapons for themselves.
Maybe. But everything I've read about the Dark Brotherhood never suggested they would be interested in weapons of war. If that's even what the ambitions are. Damn it. We're loosing arrows in the dark here. Let's tell Commander Orton about Eibor.
That's gonna go over well. Again, I walk in, someone's dead. I don't know. They were just dead when I got here. Not sus at all.
So, will Councillor Eibor be returning with you to Leowin? Am I finally going to be able to get my fort back in order?
Councillor Eibor has been murdered.
Murdered? Gods, keep your voice down. Do you want to start a panic? Tell me what you found in the watchtower.
Ebor's meal was still warm but untouched, and the assassin left a calling card.
Let me see that. A black handprint. The sign of the Dark Brotherhood. But where is the servant, Talais? Is she involved in this fiasco? And how did she and the assassin get out of the watchtower?
Oh my gosh, you guys, she is the assassin. It's not that hard to put it together. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling of the watchtower.
Well, that explains some of it, but not all. We need to locate Talais. Since you're already involved and working for Captain Rian, I want you to quietly try to find Talais. Start by talking to the other servants in the kitchen and dining hall.
Your sister is fine. This one is certain.
Then where could she be? She would never neglect her duties.
Probably found a dark corner and someone to... Pleasant days, visitors. How can this one assist you?
Commander Odin asked us to find Talais. Any idea where she could look? Where we could look? Where this one could look?
Ah, Talais. She worries her brother so. She asked me where we kept the hot root flakes. Counselor Ebor sprinkles them on every dish. I told her they are in the pantry, but you need the key from the kitchen to unlock the door.
All right, grab a broom and start sweeping.
What? No. Another new face in the fort? First Counselor Ebor, now you and that cute wood elf. Look, I'd love to chat, but Talais has wandered off and left me to handle her chores.
I'm trying to find Talais. Any idea where we could look?
She took the Counselor her meal and hasn't returned. Did you check the watchtower? Ebor's a little old, but maybe Talais decided to improve her station, if you catch my meaning. Ebor reeks of fear. Maybe Talais finds that attractive.
What do you mean the Counselor reeks of fear?
Well, she's been acting like a frightened guar since she arrived. Stays locked up in the watchtower. Only lets a single servant in at a time. And I hear she's been burning papers. Documents of some kind. She's scared out of her wits, if you ask me.
The servants come to the kitchen to mutter and gossip. This one will not have it. Misaba asks that you do not distract them overly long, as they are already naturally lazy. What is it that you need?
This one, Captain Ortin asked this one to locate Talais. Any idea where she might be?
That young woman. She has not returned from the watchtower, so her chores remain undone. And she took the pantry key with her when she went. It is no longer hanging on its hook. That is a clear violation of the kitchen rules. A clear violation.
Where is the pantry?
The pantry is in the cellar, but the door is around the side of the building. Talais mumbled something about how the counselor loves hot root flakes, grabbed the key and the tray of food and went off. This one hasn't seen her since.
This one.
Before we check the pantry, let's talk. So, what did we learn? Counselor Ebor was frightened, but that's understandable. Interesting that she was burning documents. Her journal indicated that she knew more than the others. And Talais visited the pantry before heading to the watchtower.
Do you think we should take a look in the pantry?
Couldn't hurt. And every mystery novel I ever read taught me you should always follow up on every clue, even the ones that seem insignificant. Let's check the pantry and see if she was looking for more than hot root flakes down there.
Oh, she was, trust me. I don't know why y'all are so thick and you can't see that she is the assassin, but... Is this it? Nope. I went around the wrong side of the house.
Is that?
Oh.
Damn it! They murdered Talais too!
Dang. Sorry. I was wrong.
Why would the Dark Brotherhood murder... Oh no. We need to talk about this. Alright, I think I figured it out. The assassin followed Therese down here, murdered her, and took her place so they could gain access to the watchtower. Pretty clever, but they didn't have to kill her.
Does this sound like the usual way the Dark Brotherhood operates?
No, not from what I've read anyway. I thought they only killed those whose names appeared on their contracts. I can't imagine anyone asked them to kill a poor servant.
Should we return to Leowyn and inform the Councillor Leviticus and Captain Rian?
Yes, but we still need to check on Councillor Valeria. And someone needs to go to Gideon and make sure that Councillor Van Dacia is alright. Can I leave those tasks to you? I want to return to Leowyn and consult with Councillor Leviticus.
I can check with Valeria and Van Dacia, but we also need to inform Commander Ortin about this murder.
Oh, good point. Before you head out, report to Commander Orton. Tell him what happened to Therese, and how we think the assassin slipped into the watchtower undetected. His brigadiers need to be able to recognize an imposter when they see one.
I'll report to the commander, contact the 2 remaining councillors, and meet you in Leowyn.
After you report to the commander, make contact with Councillors Valeria and Van Dacia. Valeria went to Tidewater Cave to get her records, and Van Dacia works in the Gideon courthouse. Cracked acorns! I suddenly had the weirdest feeling come over me.
Eveli, are you alright?
Yes. No, I don't know. We were talking about the councillors, Valeria and Van Dacia. Suddenly I had a premonition.
Oh, this is a part of the
brief
intro
and
video.
Disturbing and mildly unpleasant, like the dreams I've been having. But this is the first time while I was awake.
Tell me about the dreams.
Remember I told you about that strange book I found? The one with the Daedric writing that I can't read? I've been having bad dreams since I found it, and the dreams are becoming more frequent. This time it happened right while we were talking.
Tell me about the premonition.
It was just a flash, but it was accompanied by a feeling. I felt a sense of overwhelming evil, all tied up in the figure I saw in my mind. Like someone held a portrait in front of my face for just a moment and then pulled it away.
What did the figure look like?
It was one of the Waking Flame cultists, I think. Someone powerful, in command. A dark silhouette wrapped in a cloak. I'll never forget the feeling it invoked. It was like a wave of hopelessness. We can deal with this later. Let's get back to it.
I think this game auto-saves, yeah? Ledger main. Stolen items. You have a stolen item in your inventory. If a guard catches you, they will confiscate your stolen items, unless you successfully flee. Merchants will never buy stolen items. You could only sell stolen items to a fence found in any outlaw's refuge. Using stolen items such as food or potions won't give you a bounty. Crafting with stolen materials produces clean crafted items. You cannot store stolen items in your bank. If you wish to keep a stolen item, you must first launder it at a fence. Well, I didn't actually know that I was stealing it, because obviously it's lame. Oh well. Oh my gosh, I have so many of those. I'm not going through that. Oh my gosh, I went around the wrong way again. Oh well. Just double triple checking since y'all got security issues.
All right. You talked to the fort's servants and rummaged around in our pantry. What's the verdict? Did you find the missing servant?
Therese is in the pantry. The assassin murdered her, pretending to be her to get into the watchtower.
That's... Oh, that's horrible. Are you sure? No. Of course you're sure. No one would lie about something like that. I'll tell her brother what happened and send someone to tend to her body. God, what a day this has been.
Tell me about it. I want to be sure though. In Skyrim it saves whenever you go into a building. I'm not seeing the save logo pop up anywhere. I would think it would be like right here. Well, give it a shot. If you want to log out to character select, reward in 19 hours, instant clothing research. Yeah. Whew. Alright guys, I have made it as long as my brain can function, so let me see what we got going on here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's raid my friend Taurus Gaming TV. It says, why does it keep going to the bottom? They're playing Escape from Tarkov. So let's do that. They are starting soon. And we will be back for a further adventure in ESO land tomorrow evening. Same time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard to 9:30 if I can make it. If not, to about 9. I usually stop at 8:30, so we got a little bit farther out. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Bye-bye.